Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to the 5 Before 5 podcast. For this week, we are going way back to the very beginning, and we're going to talk about the first part of our hadith that is the foundation for this whole series. So, Bismillah. How to take advantage of your youth before your old age. 5 ways to stand out by looking in. There is a truism that says that youth is wasted on the young. As an educator with more than 20 years of experience in the classroom, I have had a front row seat to watch the remarkable highs and frustrating lows of adolescence. As a college counselor at a small Islamic school, and now an independent educational consultant, I have watched many cohorts of students progress through the ranks from middle to high school before navigating the college application process. There are 2 overlapping characteristics that define the most successful students. Number 1, a passion for reading, and number 2, an intellectual curiosity that springs from within. As a teacher, my least favorite questions are, is this going to be on the test, and is this graded? Each implies a lazy reliance on the extrinsic motivation of grades. Colleges, and indeed people in general, are not looking for academic robots, but are rather seeking inspirational and passionate thinkers and doers. The very first word of the Quran that was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was read. An innate passion for reading and ideas allows a select few young people to navigate the social media infested waters and shoals of apathy in a way that keeps the pilot light of their curiosity burning. But this quality is within the grasp of all. Here are 5 specific recommendations on how to take advantage of your youth before your old age. First, listen to The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. It is uncanny how many world-class performers read this book when they were about 15 years old. It is a remarkably simple, if somewhat quaint, look at how the unshakable belief that I can do it is the thermostat that regulates what we can accomplish in life. Most young people don't believe they can succeed at the highest levels, so they don't. I am constantly drilling home to my students that your I can is more important than your IQ. I always add that your Iman is the source of your I can. The reality is that we can't do anything without the help and permission of Allah, but with His help and permission, we can do anything. Firm belief, or in Islamic terms, Iman, and a vivid vision triggers the mind to figure out the how to. Number 2, read How to Be a High School Superstar by Cal Newport. This book delivers on its subtitle, A Revolutionary Plan to Get into College by Standing Out Without Burning Out. Newport advocates for counterintuitive ideas like the law of underscheduling. Instead of filling their schedule with a grueling list of APs and endless extracurriculars, students should pack their schedules with free time. This grants them the freedom to pursue their true passions with a single-minded focus that allows them to become pointy in 1 or 2 areas of authentic interest. Top colleges are not looking for well-rounded students. Instead, they are seeking to build a well-rounded class of pointy individuals. By leaving enough time in your schedule to go deep and invest heavily in your top interests, you are cutting down on the stress of high school while becoming more intellectually and emotionally alive. Number 3, calibrate your qibla. The qibla is the direction of the Kaaba in Mecca that Muslims face during their daily prayers. Metaphorically, finding one's qibla means having a clear purpose and direction in life and doggedly working towards it. Knowingly or unknowingly, everyone is pursuing their own qibla. Make sure you have chosen wisely. One of the reasons I love shepherding students through the college application process is that it forces them to come face to face with the age-old question, what makes you, you? So many people, including most adults, are sleepwalking through life, putting out one urgent fire after the next, without ever zooming out to see the 10,000-foot view of their lives. They never make the time to consider who they are and what they are trying to accomplish in life. Only about 20% of the population sets goals, and only about 15% of those who set goals write them down. Meanwhile, a Harvard business study found that 3% of graduates from their MBA program A Harvard business study found out that the 3% of graduates from their MBA program who had written down their goals ended up earning 10 times as much as the other 97% put together just 10 years after graduation. I will be launching the next iteration of my Find Your Qibla premium group coaching course soon, where I will teach students how to clarify their purpose and set ambitious goals. Number 4, 30 minutes a day, the surprisingly simple way to stand out in the college admissions game. As a college counselor, I get lots of questions about the most effective strategies for gaining admission to competitive colleges. It is my firm belief that dedicating 30 minutes a day for a full year to the steps below can transform high school students into compelling college candidates with a fraction of the stress faced by those who overload their plates with a grueling slate of extracurriculars. First, Google any topic that piques your interest and add Just for Dummies. The For Dummies series provides a wealth of articles and their famous books on a wide range of topics written in easy-to-understand language. Once you have read enough of this series, you'll be far from a dummy yourself. Watch educational YouTube channels like Crash Course or TED to explore topics that you are curious about. We all know YouTube will be a big part of your diet. Don't neglect to eat your fiber. Number 3, go on walks and listen to podcasts, especially ones like Stuff You Should Know or Everything Everywhere, which offer short snippets of high-quality, high-interest material. What could be better than getting exercise and expanding your mind all at once? College is a bottom-line business. One of the dirty secrets of the industry is that a large factor in admissions decisions is the future earning potential of their graduates. The creator economy is now king, and nothing predicts success in this market as clearly as genuine intellectual curiosity. Young people who somehow manage to retain their childlike wonder at how the world works and never stop asking why will rise to the top when admissions committees are meeting. And finally, don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. I wrote this quote in a student's yearbook about 15 years ago. Years later, she told me it was the most profound piece of advice she had ever received. So many of us become so paralyzed by the pursuit of perfection that we end up stagnating and not being even good. One of the gifts of youth is that no one expects you to have it all figured out. Revel in this freedom and lean into the discomfort of being a beginner. Whenever I would head off to camp in the summer, my father would send along a copy of Rudyard Kipling's masterpiece, If. Try to read it once a month and assess how far along you are to becoming a man, my son. And here is the poem, If. You can watch a video of it on the newsletter itself. If, by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose, and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there's nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you'll be a man, my son. In conclusion, harnessing the potential of youth is about cultivating a passion for reading, nurturing intellectual curiosity, setting clear and ambitious goals, and embracing the freedom to explore and learn without the fear of failure. By integrating timeless wisdom from the Quran, adopting strategic approaches from thought leaders, and dedicating just a small portion of time daily to self-improvement, young people can navigate their formative years with purpose and confidence. Let your curiosity and determination be the compass that guides you to success, both in this world and the next. Jazakallahu khair. Please join the thousands of readers just like me on my 5 Before College email list. Every Monday and Thursday I send out college and education tips interspersed with Islamic wisdom to help teenagers succeed in this world and the next. And also please hit the heart button or leave a comment to let me know what you thought about this week's newsletter. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.